Okay, guys, this is the second movie of the chapter. It's the first movie for the Pause and Practice PowerPoint 1-2. And we have our file that we worked on in PowerPoint 1.1. And we left off where we had entered in Look It Up and duplicated it, that slide 2 times and changed the data. So what we're going to look at in this pause and practice is we're going to enhance it because it's pretty bland right now, right? It's just white background with just black letters, and so it's kind of boring. So if we look at step number 3 on page 1-35, we're going to look at a theme. And so in PowerPoint, to get to themes on the ribbon, we go to the Design tab. And there's 2 sections that you want to pay attention to. One is the themes, and then the second is the variants. Okay, so the first thing that you do is you pick your theme, which would be this facet. So it's like this green with some triangles shapes on it. So we're going to click on that. If you don't see that, you might have to do the More button here to get the whole gallery up. But we're going to go ahead and do facet. Then we're going to use this variant to change it. Because the theme has 3 things. It has the color palette, the fonts that are used, and the special enhancements or effects. Those are bundled together in a theme, and then you can tweak what you want each of those to look like by using this variant section. So let's see, facet, change the theme color and the background style. So we're going to come over here to this variant and use the More button, and it's broken down here into colors, fonts, and effects. So the first thing we're going to do is colors, and we're going to scroll, and the last one in the list is aspect, and that's what we're going to click. So here we see the layout's the same, but now instead of green, it's the palette is using that aspect palette. We're going to go right back to that More button, and we're going to look at background styles. So from there, we're going to pick style 4. So we changed the color, and now we're changing. So instead of a white general background, we're going to have black. But you see, you could go through and just kind of tweak that theme that you have. We're going to pick style 4, which now the colors are different, and we have a black background. So now we're going to do that More button one more time, and we're going to select the fonts. We're going to find Trebuchet. So we're going to scroll down. It's all Trebuchet MS. On my list, it's at the bottom. We're going to click on that, and it has changed the font sets that are available. All right, so now I'm on page 36, step number 6, modify and move the title. So we need to go back up to slide 1. So I use this pane here to navigate, find slide 1, and we want to select the title placeholder, and then what I usually like to do is 1, 2, 3, clicks, and it selects all the contents. We're going to go home, change the point size to 60. We're going to make it bold, and then in the paragraph group, we're going to pick Align Left. So within this container, this text is aligned left. So one of the things that students get a little bit confused about is alignment in PowerPoint. There is the alignment of the text within a container, and then there's the alignment of the container. Okay? So right now we just said within this container, put this text on the left side. So now we want to go to the Home group, the Drawing tab, and we want to find Arrange. So here we want to position the object to align top. So do you see the whole container moves? And then, let's see, align top, and then we're going to select the word right and change the case. So we, just like we did in Word, we're going to come right here to the AA button. We're going to change it to all uppercase. And then notice it goes to 2 lines. So we're going to just size this so that it appears on 1 line. Okay. So all I did was drag that edge until it pops over. Okay. Step number 7, we're going to modify the subtitle. So we're going to select the subtitle placeholder, and we're going to go to 36. Oops. Let's see if I can do this correctly. 36. So you see how it's a solid line? That's what you want it to be. Right? So if you select inside, see how it's dotted? I'm going to click on the solid, and now when I take action, it'll be everything in there. So we're going to bold and align left. So that's, once again, the text within the container. So now we're going to move the subtitle placeholder below the title. I'm just going to get my 4 pointed arrows, drag it up. And you see how the dotted lines over here on the left, watch, it shows me that I'm lined up. So that's good. Now I want to select both placeholders. So I'm going to click my Shift key and click on both placeholders. And then over here in the drawing, we want to arrange, align, align left. Arrange, align, align left. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. So now they're both aligned at the left edge. So let's change the bullet, slide 2. Okay. So on this one, we're going to select the bulleted text. So I'm going to select the container, select the text. Come up here to the bullets and use the arrow to select that. We're going to change, go down to bullets and numbering. We're going to change the size to 100. And then we're going to select the color and make it red accent 2. And then we're going to click customize. From here, we want to try and get the subset to geometric. Okay, hold on a second. Let's see. So geometric shapes, and then we want to find the black square, but since they're giving us the code 25A0, you can type it in there, and then here's the square. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do OK. It's going to change that to the square, and we're going to go OK. The bullets are now a red square. And now what we want to do is this word or really isn't a bulleted list. So we're going to position ourselves right in front of the O in or and just hit your backspace key. And it pulls that or out. We want to apply bold to the word or. So it shows up a little bit. All right. So now we want to add a slide footer. So we're going to go to slide 2. Make sure you're on slide 2. We're going to click the header and footer button, which is in the Insert tab. We're going to find header and footer. We want to make sure we're on slide, not notes and handouts. And what we want to add is the slide number and the footer. Okay, so I put the check marks in front of those two items. And in this footer section, I'm going to type, take the right, my gosh, my hands are on the wrong keys, right steps, comma, train for a marathon, no period. Select Don't Show on Title Slide, and then make sure we just click Apply because we only want it on this slide, slide 2. We don't want it applied to all the slides. So we're going to click on the Apply button, and now we've got the slide number and the footer. So now we're going to select that container that has the footer, press and hold your shift, and click over here on the button, and we're going to increase the indent to 18. I think 18 points. Okay, so we're going to save it, and we are done with pause and practice number 2. All right, so I'm going to stop the movie at this point and begin the next movie at the third and final pause and practice for this chapter 1. Thank you.